afternoon, my viewers and my great encouragers. I welcome you again to this channel, the channel which empowers you, which also empowers the society, and the channel which discusses issues where people are shy or they may be afraid to discuss them in the open forums. Now, further to my previous video on Househelps, on the rules of Househelps, today I want us to discuss on a must ask questions before hiring a househelp. A househelp is very important in the family, is very crucial to the socialization of your children, and so before you hire the househelp, it is important to ask certain questions which should be very clear to you and to even to the members of the household. And before I proceed, it is also very important for you, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please I would encourage you to subscribe so that you'll be getting subsequent videos which will be very useful to you and even to your family, to empower you and to strengthen you. You can also share freely. You can also like the even after viewing. And for those actually who have also who have also subscribed, it's also a great thank you and a great thank to you. Thank you very much. Now the first question which you should ask before hiring the househelp is, what was the reason for leaving your last job? In this one, it is very important to also understand the details of the work which this househelp used to do. It is important to understand why the person left the job. It is very easy for the househelp to be having blame game to the househelp, to the employer. Please, it is important to note this one. The second question is, where is your parents or your guardian's home? In this one, it's very important to know where your househelp come from. In case of emergency, something can happen. In case the househelp run away, so that you can also be able to track, to know where the househelp come from. The third question is, how can your relatives be contacted in case you are fallen ill? In this one, it is also very important to understand, to know the contact. Of course, some of the househelp can be able to organize with their friends, and they can give you the contact of their friends. But then, that one should not bother you. You should actually have a way of trying to check if at all the contact is correct. So it's important to have the contact of relatives, and if possible also, it's important to have the contact of the former employer. Question number 4 should be, do you have any health issues? It's very important to know the health issues of your househelp. You can just imagine you have left for work or for businesses, and then your househelp has got a problem of epilepsy. And then actually you can just imagine what would happen, and your househelp is handling your child. It's very important to understand the health status, but of course it is important for you to make it very clear to the househelp that the health status does not mean you are not going to employ them, but it is for their own good, so that you can be able to know how to handle them in case of health problem, in case they are sick, so that you can be able to organize even for the medical attention in case of any eventualities. Question number 5 is, what will you do to discipline a baby? It's very important to understand. You know, you cannot be able to discipline a baby. What is there the househelp should be able to understand if in case of any discomfort, the househelp should be able to know what is affecting the child, what is making the child uncomfortable. Otherwise, you can't discipline a child because they don't know. Even if you punish them, they won't know why they are being punished. Question number 6 is, what kind of duties are no for you? It is very important for the household to be very clear, to tell you that I will not be comfortable to do this. I will not be comfortable to do this type of work. I will not be comfortable to do this or that. But you have to be very careful about a holy kind of a household who will tell you I will be able to do anything. Be cautious, because sometimes they may just pretend that they will be okay, but yet they will not be okay. Question number 7 is this: what would you do if you have an emergency on one day off? Because you see, it is also important to be giving your househelp a day off. These people, they are also human beings. They have also got their desires. They would also probably like to meet their male friends or their girlfriends. And you see, if you suppress them, there can be a problem. So ask them a question. In case an emergency arises for a day when we are supposed to have a day off, what would you do? How are you going to handle that one? Are you going to say I have to go, although there is an emergency at home? It's very important to be very, very clear. Question number 8 is, what are your salary expectations? The salary expectation is very important because you can be able to know how long this person will stay with you. If they have not given you expectation about the salary increase, then probably you might stay with them for a month, and in less than a month, in few days, they'll tell you that I'm going away. So it is important. And the last question, number 9, is, what plans do they have for future plan? What are their dreams? They should tell you their dream. What are their expectations? Do they have a plan to continue their education? Do they have a plan to have a business? Do they have a plan to have a course? Do they have a plan to do some savings? It's very, very important for this, so that you can also factor them, so that if they tell you, I am planning to work for 3 years so that I go back to school, so that I also go for a course, these ones will also help you to plan, so that in 2 years or in a year, you also plan to have another househelp. Thank you very much for listening to this video, and I wish you well as you also listen to my other subsequent videos. Thank you.